I don't even really know how to explain how I'm going to say what I'm going to say because I still love her. I'm just not in love with her like I used to be. That's the nicest way I can say it, only because I'm annoyed by how fake she comes off. Her brand, not her. I don't think Beyoncé is fake, just like I don't think Kamala Harris is a bad person, but sometimes your team can make you move in a way that does not translate well. And as I've become deeper into both the culture, pop culture, celebrity culture, this and that, and have looked at the whole world, I kind of have a better sense on what's real and authentic and true and what's kind of manufactured. Particularly when you don't include other Black leaders in the culture in the fold. I mean, not just take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, I mean, you should have honored and brought more Black, and I spent thousands of over $40,000 in tickets and shared the experience with friends. And I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet would go great. It's Black excellence, at least how they present themselves. I mean, but there are lots of things that people do say about these people behind the scenes. They do call them dark.
What if that perfect image we've all worshipped for years was nothing but a master illusion? Jason Lee, never one to bite his tongue, just dropped some insane info that has the entire beehive spinning in disbelief. He's claiming there's a dark truth hiding beneath all that glitz and glam, something Beyoncé's team never wanted the world to see. Those flawless performances and that billion-dollar empire. They might not be built on talent and grace alone. Jason says it's a story rooted in control, manipulation, and secrets buried so deep they could flip the entire image of the so-called queen herself. This isn't tabloid talk. He swears these aren't rumors, but facts that could rewrite Beyoncé's whole rise to superstardom. So before we tear into this explosive revelation, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Because what's coming next could shake the music world to its core.
Breaking story we have today about Jay-Z and Beyoncé is that they are over. The two of them are pretending for their fans, they're pretending for the cameras, they're pretending while they're on tour that they're still a couple.
Let's rewind to where this whole storm really started. The drama kicked off when Jason Lee, the fearless voice behind Hollywood Unlocked, got completely iced out of Beyoncé's exclusive Renaissance premiere. Can you believe that? While smaller influencers strutted down the red carpet like royalty, Jason, who had dropped over $40,000 on tickets and Beyoncé merch out of pure love, didn't even make the guest list. That wasn't just a snub. That was a loud message.
I don't even really know how to explain how I'm going to say what I'm going to say because I still love her. I'm just not in love with her like I used to be. That's the nicest way I can say it, only because I'm annoyed by how fake she comes off. Her brand, not her. I don't think Beyoncé is fake, just like I don't think Kamala Harris is a bad person, but sometimes your team can make you move in a way that does not translate well. And as I've become deeper into both the culture, pop culture, celebrity culture, this and that, and have looked at the whole world, I kind of have a better sense on what's real and authentic and true and what's kind of manufactured.
Jason didn't take it quietly either. He went live furious, calling out Beyoncé for allegedly turning her back on Black media and accusing her of fake community support. At first, fans brushed it off, thinking it was just Jason being dramatic again. But then, things got real dark. Jason hinted that he had serious receipts, the kind of proof that could wreck Beyoncé's spotless image forever. From there, his words cut sharper each time he spoke. He started getting personal, calling her out both on stage and behind the scenes.
Particularly when you don't include other Black leaders in the culture in the fold. I mean, not just take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, I mean, you should have honored and brought more Black, and I spent thousands of over $40,000 in tickets and shared the experience with friends. And I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go great.
Jason claimed Beyoncé hides behind that flawless, untouchable queen act while secretly covering up all the cracks in her perfect little empire. Jason's explosive claims were the turning point. That's when people stopped laughing and started listening. He wasn't just stirring gossip anymore, he came out swinging, saying he had proof to back every word.
Lee from Hollywood Unlocked is calling out Jay-Z and Beyoncé, all right? Saying that, saying a lot. Saying a lot.
On a fiery live stream, Jason straight up said he'd stay quiet only if Beyoncé gave him an exclusive interview with Kelly Rowland. That didn't sound like shade, it sounded like a deal with serious power behind it. Fans were left speechless. Was Jason actually trying to blackmail Beyoncé on live camera? Or was he warning her that if she tried to silence him, he could obliterate her entire empire? Either way, the tension was electric, and that's when chaos really began to unfold. Jason's sources allegedly dropped bomb after bomb, claiming that the power couple we all idolized was nothing but a carefully staged illusion, built on contracts, PR stunts, and camera tricks. He even said their marriage had been dead for years, and they were just business partners pretending for the public eye. According to him, they live totally separate lives, different homes, different travel schedules, and meet up only when the cameras are rolling.
Z name is getting louder and louder, and people are trying to connect the dots between him and Diddy, because let's not forget, they had a pretty close relationship.
Fans started going back, replaying old Grammys clips, red carpet walks, and interviews. And suddenly, everyone noticed it too. When Beyoncé spoke publicly, fans couldn't help but notice that smile looked forced, not real. Something felt off, almost like she was trying to hold the whole image together while everything behind the scenes was crumbling. Soon after, whispers started swirling across the industry, talk that this so-called breakup wasn't about love at all, but money. We're talking about a staggering $2.6 billion empire hanging in the balance. Insiders claimed neither Beyoncé nor Jay wanted to pull the plug until every contract, brand deal, and royalty check was safely secured. It wasn't heartbreak, it was high-stakes business in disguise. But Jason Lee hinted that the truth ran even deeper and darker. While gossip blogs screamed divorce, Jason began using strange coded messages, almost like he was warning the world. Fans started decoding his posts and realized he wasn't just talking about a split. He was alluding to serious accusations tied to some of the most powerful names in the music industry. Jason didn't hold back. He claimed Beyoncé wasn't the innocent, clueless figure fans thought she was. According to him, her silence wasn't weakness, it was strategy. He said she's been playing the long game, carefully pulling away from the chaos to make sure that when the entire system around her crumbles, she stays untouchable.
Nobody knows, but I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her there.
Behind the scenes, Jason alleged, Beyoncé's been quietly dropping new ventures, signing powerful deals, and reshaping her whole public image like a mastermind preparing for her next era. But just as her rebranding was taking off, the ghosts of her past started to resurface, and somehow Jason's name kept popping up every single time. He brought back forgotten stories, digging into claims from former insiders like Uncle Ron, her ex-bodyguard. Before his mysterious death, Uncle Ron had allegedly said Beyoncé was kept on substances to keep her obedient, and that her every move was strategically controlled by those in her inner circle. Then came Jaguar Wright, backing Jason up with an even bolder claim. She said Beyoncé is trapped inside her own empire, living in a gilded cage while the world praises her every move. According to Jaguar, the queen isn't free at all. She's just the most polished prisoner in Hollywood. Jason didn't stop there. He doubled down, saying Beyoncé's flawless public image is actually Hollywood's most dangerous illusion. He called her brand so perfectly packaged that even her struggles are turned into profit. Every tear, every vulnerable moment, all part of the business plan. But it's what came next that truly stunned fans. Jason began dropping eerie hints about the real roots of Beyoncé's fame, muttering about shady beginnings, secret mentorships, and relationships that raised more than a few eyebrows. He even dug up old interviews and messy timelines that just didn't match up. Jason claimed Beyoncé's rise to fame wasn't the fairy tale everyone believed it to be. Far from it. He said her come-up was built on shady deals, unseen forces, and backroom manipulation that most fans never even imagined existed. Suddenly, people started connecting the dots. The mysterious parts of her discovery story, the strange gaps in her early timeline, and whispers that maybe, just maybe, her entire career had been guided by powers way bigger than her. As Jason kept digging, he started calling out disturbing industry patterns, saying that young women in music are groomed, controlled, and silenced by people pulling strings behind closed doors. That's when chaos erupted online. His audience began comparing Beyoncé's story to those of other stars who later admitted they'd been used and deceived too. But Beyoncé, as always, stayed completely silent. She didn't jump into the chaos, didn't post a thing, didn't say a word. Instead, she did what she's always done. Let her art do the talking, keeping that calm, polished, untouchable aura that no one can crack. But according to Jason, that silence isn't grace. It's strategy. He claimed Beyoncé's quiet isn't peaceful, it's powerful. He said she's mastered the art of staying bulletproof by saying nothing while everything around her burns. To him, her silence is a weapon, not a weakness. Then things got even stranger. Fans began revisiting her past performances and business deals, realizing she had once shared stages and partnerships with some of the same high-profile figures now buried in serious controversy. Jason didn't even have to drop names. His timing, his tone, and those sly little clues said it all. Jason didn't stop stirring the pot. He went even deeper, suggesting that Beyoncé might not be as far removed from the chaos as she wants everyone to think. That's when things started to get wild. Suddenly, strange coincidences began stacking up. Uncle Ron's mysterious death, the revival of old conspiracy theories, and the most shocking one of all, the claim that Beyoncé faked her pregnancy with Blue Ivy. Jason didn't outright confirm it, but his words hinted hard that there could be some truth behind that decades-old rumor. The internet went into overdrive. Fans dragged up the infamous clip of her baby bump folding during a live interview, a moment that reignited whispers of a secret surrogate, someone who might have even been tied to Jay-Z's past. From there, the speculation went nuclear. People began wondering if Beyoncé's entire image, the love story, the fame, the flawless perfection, was just a meticulously crafted illusion that had spiraled out of her control. The beehive was torn. Some defended her fiercely, while others couldn't unsee the patterns Jason pointed out. But Jason wasn't finished. He teased that he had even darker revelations waiting to drop, claiming everything we see in the spotlight is part of a massive hidden machine running the entertainment world. Jason painted Beyoncé as both the prisoner and the product of a colossal empire, one so powerful it could never be taken down. That image hit fans hard. It completely flipped how people saw her. From an untouchable queen to a woman trapped inside the very empire she built. Some fans even started to feel sympathy, saying maybe Beyoncé isn't the villain here at all. Maybe she's the victim of her own success. But not everyone bought it. Others argued she's always known exactly what game she's playing, that she's never been naive, just strategic. They claimed she's always chosen power over truth, and that Jason's version was dangerous because it blurred the line between fact and fiction so smoothly that no one could tell what was real anymore. And that's exactly why this story won't die. Because when it comes to Beyoncé, even the smallest crack in her perfection feels like breaking news. Every silent move, every missing ring, every cryptic caption. Fans are analyzing it all. Jason insists it's not coincidence. He says Beyoncé is quietly preparing to break away from the business machine that made her a billionaire. He's pointing to every subtle clue: her solo red carpet appearances, her bare ring finger, her mysterious social media posts. And let's not ignore the fact that Beyoncé barely talks about her private life anymore. Jason swears that every single move she makes screams strategy. A careful, silent plan to escape whatever game she's trapped in. Whether you believe him or not, one thing's undeniable. He struck a nerve. For years, fans have whispered that maybe the perfect couple and flawless queen weren't exactly what the world was sold. And now, the internet is split right down the middle. Some call Jason bitter and clout-hungry, still mad about getting snubbed from that premiere, while others admit his words cut too deep to ignore. The drama's gotten so wild that even people who once defended Beyoncé are starting to wonder, could there really be something behind all this smoke? Jason, of course, is living for the chaos. He keeps teasing that he's not done yet, claiming that everything we've seen so far is just the beginning. Then came his cryptic post that sent fans into meltdown. He wrote, "When you build your empire on deception, truth becomes your deadliest enemy." Within minutes, the comments were on fire, everyone asking if he was throwing that line straight at Beyoncé again. But Jason stayed quiet, and that silence said everything. Now the entire internet has one question. What does Jason Lee actually know? Is he bluffing for attention or sitting on receipts that could bring down one of the most powerful figures in music history? Right now, Beyoncé hasn't said a single word, and that silence might just be louder than any statement she could make. So what do you think? Is Jason exposing the truth or just stirring chaos for clout? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like, share, and subscribe. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming in the next one.